All right. Hello. Yeah, this is usually where Hannah Martin would join in and do the other part of our intro, but okay, first of all, before I say this in a dramatic way, she's alive and she's fine. But tragically, Hannah Martin has been mildly concussed from hitting her own head with her safety helmet on a ropes course. So to Hannah Martin, we miss you, we love you, but also you're the McFreakin' worst. All right, can you guys hear yourselves? Get up close to the mic.
I don't know, can we?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear yourself?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, you can hear me? Okay, so here, oh wow, Sarah, good one. Hello, Facebook. Hello, radio. Yeah, hanging out. All right, so I'm Anna Somerville. I'm usually on the show, but there are some people who are not usually on the show. So here they are. I'm going to have them introduce themselves. Who are you?
I'm Sarah Stoley. Yeah. I am Anna's sweet mate and best friend.
Wow, that's a bold claim. What do you do, Sarah Stoley?
Nothing.
All right, accurate.
She bowls.
We know each other from high school, and we are good pals. And she is a psychology major, yes. Mm-hmm. She's a psychology major here at WSU. She's a sophomore, and she's in the marching band with me as well. So there you go. Who else?
I'm Michaela Murphy.
There she is. She's kind of blocked by the mic thing. There she is. There's our girl. Okay, keep going.
I am not your sweet mate. Nor am I your best friend, but wow. I wish I
was. Bold claims being made here tonight, ladies and germs.
Oh. Wow.
Keep going. How old are you? What's your year? What's your major?
I'm 19. My name is Jared, and I never heckin' learned how to read. I am a criminal justice and political science pre-law major.
Queen.
No. Yeah. And I am also in the marching band, like the dweeb I am.
Amazing. All right, who are you?
I'm Lizzie.
Lizzie.
I'm also in the marching band. I know Anna through Tau Beta Sigma.
Yep.
And the band, I guess.
Yep.
I'm not her best friend, her sweet mate, or in her section or anything, so that's pretty sad.
We actually don't know each other at all. She just kind of walked in here, and I was like, well, we need another. Hannah's gone because she's mildly concussed by her own doing.
I went to high school with Hannah.
She
works,
did.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Uh-huh.
No.
Yeah. She went to high school with Hannah.
I did.
Surprise! Yeah,
what?
She did. Mm-hmm. So let's see
My
if there.
life is a lie.
Yeah. I mean.
Yeah, I knew Hannah when she first started at public school.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. On behalf of Hannah, I'm really sorry that you knew her at any point.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go. Tonight is actually my night off from hanging out with Hannah just because, everyone needs that a little bit. Just kidding, Hannah. We love you, I guess. Okay. Shall we get started with some questions?
Heck yeah.
All right. Okay, here we go. So this week I was in charge of the Google Doc, which is a good thing because Hannah got herself mildly concussed. So I've seen these questions. I've had time to think about them, and I'm springing them on these people right here. Okay, here we go. Also, just a heads up for people who are submitting questions who have in the past. Hannah and I decided before we even started doing this that we were going to keep it PG-13. And I have gotten a couple R-rated questions, so please don't send those in.
Nice.
I'm looking at you, Walter Henry Gibson. Any question that starts with when things get hot and heavy is something that I'm not going to answer. Just a heads up. So, if you have questions like that, don't send them to me. Send them to somebody else. Maybe your pastor, perhaps your personal chef. Who knows? What's going on over there?
It's fine.
Something's going on. Are you going to give her a foot rub?
No.
Okay. I don't know why I invited these people. All right. Okay. Here we go.
This didn't work out as well.
Let's see here.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. If your soul was a color, what color would it be?
Blue.
Why?
It's my favorite color.
That's your only... Just because it's your favorite means it's your soul?
But what type of blue?
Yeah, like describe... We need more detail. Also
that.
get closer to the mic.
Sorry.
We got some noobs here.
Do you see the Windows desktop right here?
I will show them.
That is...
There are
it's
multiple
like a
shades
sky
of blue.
So like a sky blue. Okay,
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Like a Anna Somerville denim jacket blue?
No.
No?
Well,
For sure not.
Heck.
Is that just because it's
Is
me
it
in the
like
denim jacket, Sarah? I
that
don't know.
album cover blue?
Sky blue, like a nice sunny,
about the
sunny
sky
day.
this
Blue. Do you
weekend,
mean like
Michaela.
Do you know how many different shades of blue the sky is?
At least 50 shades of blue.
Hey.
the perfect sunny day? Like wow, it's
Like
a
a-
nice day.
Okay.
That blue.
Okay,
Like a
got
sunny
it.
day blue.
Got it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
It's locked in here. Okay, Michaela, what are you thinking?
Um,
Why are you looking at Lizzie? Lizzie doesn't know this answer.
I read her mind. What are you talking about?
Oh, wow. Okay, whatever.
She's gonna say light purple.
no.
Oh,
That was really close.
nice.
Okay, so the color that my hair is right now, that.
It's
It
like
is
a
a
gray-y purple.
It's like,
Periwinkle.
I love that word, and I
It's a
say it
great
too
word.
often, so I wasn't gonna say it. I'm really glad you did.
There is no such thing as saying the word periwinkle, too
Periwinkle.
often. There's
How
no
much
such
fun
thing.
is that?
That is such
You
a fun
say
word to
wink
say.
and Perry in the same
And
word.
oh.
Oh.
All right, Lizzie, what about you?
I definitely think light blue, but think like hydro flask light blue.
Ooh, like your hydro
Like
flask?
the actual hydro flasks that I actually
So
have.
like a brighter blue. Oh, somebody's calling in. Okay, whoever's calling in, I am not sure how to take calls, so we're going to try. Let's see here. Okay, 1 second. I'm gonna need
This
to...
is a
Yeah,
new
this is a kind of a
territory.
mess. New
Test
territory.
up, church.
Okay.
I see you.
Okay.
It's cloud purple.
So let's see.
That's my soul.
Hello? Yeah, I don't know how to work the phone. Give me a second. Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear? I can hear you. Hello?
Hello?
Who is this, Savannah?
Yeah, this is
The
Hannah Martin.
one. Okay, let me drag you really quick. The one night that I'm sorry, that's really loud, isn't it? The one night that I'm running the board and have no idea what I'm doing, you decide to call.
Oh, you know.
Oh, come on. Who is this? Is this
It is-
Savannah or Hannah?
This is freshly concussed Hannah Martin.
I knew it was Hannah Martin before you knew it
Yeah,
was
I
Hannah
couldn't
Martin.
tell who it was. Hi, Hannah Martin. How are you feeling? Slightly concussed, lightly concussed,
Mildly.
whatever,
Mildly
mildly
concussed.
concussed, whatever it
Concussed.
is. I can't talk.
I'm feeling slightly concussed.
All right.
So I guess my symptoms are I am having some memory problems.
Are you actually?
And I feel, I feel like my head is empty.
So nothing. What else is new?
Okay.
I guess you don't get jokes either, do you?
She doesn't remember him.
Can people on the radio hear me? Or
Yep.
is
Yes.
it just y'all?
I don't like being sent pictures of myself.
Well, Ripperoo, welcome to the mighty high life of being a radio star. Video will eventually kill us. Anyway, what's
Well,
up?
I
Why'd
just
you
wanted
call
to
in?
call in and
Okay.
say hello.
All right, hi.
I'm watching on the live stream.
Nice.
I heard you insult high school me, so I just wanted to come and defend myself.
I just want to say that I loved High School U.
Thank you, Lizzie.
I didn't know high school you, but I mean, I loved you anyway.
Oh, stop kissing up to Hannah Martin. She can
Hey.
handle it.
Hey.
Hey,
I don't know where that was going.
Hey, what?
Hey.
Are you okay? Do you need me to call the doctor?
no, it's okay. I went to the doctor yesterday, and
Yeah.
I am just hanging.
All right. Well, nice. Solid.
Yeah.
So what are you up to on this
I
fine
am-
Tuesday evening?
I just watched 13 innings of baseball. You know how it be.
Okay.
And then I was watching Facebook Live.
Oh, wow.
And
What a quick
people
I
can't
am
hear
too.
me.
Isn't that wild?
People can't hear me over Facebook Live.
Oh, they can't hear
So
you?
this must be awkward for
Oh,
them.
zoinks. Yeah, I guess they can't. Hannah Martin is talking. She's just saying dumb things. Sorry, Facebook.
I'll call back. Here's the thing. I'll call back on your phone, and you can hook me up through the.
I
no, that
don't
still
have my
won't work.
phone. Just, you need to rest. Just go to
She's
bed.
kicking me off my own show.
Yeah, I am.
I'm Hannah Martin now.
Spill the tea with Anna and Sarah.
Rip. That doesn't sound the same.
Yeah, it doesn't. I'm really sorry.
That's real bad.
Anyway, thank
I'm
you
gonna
for
start
calling.
crying.
No,
I
don't
just
cry.
wanted to say I was so sad that I couldn't come in because
I
I was
know
really
you were.
looking forward to being on the show with Lizzie and
Yeah,
Michaela,
she's
awesome
sad.
ladies.
Yeah, they're really cool.
Um,
I'm sorry you couldn't make it.
But I am glad Sarah's there in my stead,
Yes.
and she was hanging. So I will hop off so the Facebook Live viewers can actually hear someone talking.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that my technology is too advanced for aux cords. Apparently, it makes me really mad that Apple decided to do that. But anyway, Anyway, thank you for calling in.
Just
I
wanted
miss
to say,
you.
of course.
And I'm sorry
miss you
that.
guys too.
Yeah.
I'm
We'll.
sorry I'm mildly concussed.
Yeah, I'm sorry that you're mildly concussed. We might be able to figure out a way that you can come on again. So, any hoosers.
Thank you.
All right,
Well,
lady.
good night, laddies.
Good night.
Good night.
Sleep
Hope
tight.
you have answer some great questions.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, ice your noggin there. I don't think that's how you take
not
care of
helpful.
a concussion, but you know what? I'm not a doctor, so stop rapping at me. Anyway, I'll talk to you
All right.
later.
Talk to you later.
I'm
Bye,
about
ladies.
to drop your call.
Was
Goodbye.
that a
That's
bad
okay.
Dr.
Goodbye.
Dre joke?
No, it wasn't. Okay, bye. It was a, oh gosh, how do I get that sound out of here? Oh, there we go. It's done. And it's gone. All right.
Hello.
So that was our lovely Hannah Martin, and she is mildly concussed and apparently having memory problems. And as much as I joke, I love her to pieces, and I hope she gets better. She'll probably be here next week. Okay, your soul, Lizzie. Hydro Flask blue, bright blue. All right. Valid. I think I would probably be either old lady pink or like forest green.
Like the bathrooms in Regent's Pink.
No, that's Pepto-Bismol pink, and I stay away from that as much as possible.
Yeah, those bathrooms were awful.
Have
Yeah,
you
no,
ever
they're
been
bad.
in Wilmer Davis?
No, I haven't.
No.
The Pink Lounge you would enjoy. It's
I-
all old lady pink, and I feel
It's-
like that is your soul as a room.
All right. Well, I'll have to go because I love that.
Yup.
There you go.
Filled
That
with
is the tea.
bad couches and a creaky piano.
Oh, yep. I'm a creaky piano. All right. Okay.
Okay.
So, here we go. I'm trying to. So, since I had to use my computer for the live thing, I'm trying to figure out a good way to eliminate questions on my phone so
That's
that
a
I
good
know.
way.
Yeah, that's a good way. So, I'm filling the color. There we go. You can't see it. Anyway. What are some of your favorite songs to listen to right now? Fall time, like just a good. I'm listening to a lot of Weezer and a lot of Over the Garden Wall, which I don't know if you guys have heard of that. It's like a cute little cartoon. It's like, I think it was like 10 parts, but they're all really short, and it's just like a really beautifully created little series, and I love it, and the music from it's really cool. I'm listening to a little bit of Queen. I love Queen more than a lot of things. What else is on my fall playlist? The Somewhere Only We Know by Keane, which is a great song. Alec Matala, sung it at my high school graduation, and it made me, very misty-eyed. It was beautiful. So yeah, those are the songs I'm listening to right now. Just kind of bittersweet things because I feel like fall is a bittersweet time. So yeah, what about you, Sarah?
I'm not in a fall kick right now, but I'm in a 50s kick because of History of Rock and Roll. Thanks, David Schneider. So I'm listening to a lot of music that you would hear in like Sandlot and Dirty Dancing and all the great movies. And then I'm also on a Beatles kick. So all the Beatles.
I love the Beatles. Love the Beatles. Oh, In My Life by the Beatles. Listen to that during this time. That's a beautiful song.
Yep.
Beautiful fall song. Okay, anyway. Continue.
Is it my turn now?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So my Spotify says I've been listening to a lot of Alien Boy EP by Oliver Tree.
I don't know what that is, but
That's okay. It's real weird. There's I don't know, but I sing along to it with my car when nobody's watching.
the best kind of music is the music you just scream in your car when you're
I
alone.
didn't admit to that, but I did.
You're valid.
Joji, Matt Champion, the Coco soundtrack.
Oh, yeah, boy. Coco soundtrack's good. stuff.
And then the 80s smash hits.
Oh, I love that playlist. It's good.
But
If you
I
have
skipped through everything besides like Africa and You Make My Dreams.
I think you...
Those are the only
I love those two songs, but I also think you should listen to the rest of the songs.
It's okay. I just lied a little bit. I don't skip through.
Oh, okay. I was like, there's a lot of good stuff on that playlist. But yeah, if you have a Spotify account, which I hope you do, because anything else is irrelevant, especially Apple Music
Truth.
to sing, go on that playlist, the 80s Smash Hits playlist, because it's really good. Lizzie.
Okay. My friends have noticed this, but there's this Filipino rock song.
Oh my God.
Called
No. Can she play
Do
it?
Be Do by Kamikaze. and it's really like poppin'. Like I love that song.
All right.
And then I'd say anything off of the new Taylor Swift album, Reputation. Like,
Stop.
Oh my goodness.
I love Taylor Swift with
Okay.
everything in my heart.
That is a
respect you
controversial opinion, and I appreciate you sharing it. This is bothering me.
I'm gonna
Okay,
be
there we go.
honest. Like since third grade, I've just been in love with her. So
You're valid. If you
There we
like,
go.
if you like listening to Taylor Swift, then listen to Taylor Swift. If anyone's gonna stop you, it's like no, because music is,
it's personal.
it's very personal. It's a very personal thing, and
Yep.
like I don't know, if people are judging you based on your music taste, like I just did, don't
Ouch.
zing
That
out
one
myself.
hurt.
Okay.
Charlie.
All right. So going off of, the music category, what movie would be made better if it were a musical? We got this question a little while ago and I had no answer and I still don't have any answer.
Okay, this is really weird.
Send it.
King
I-
Kong.
What?
Get
King
out
Kong?
of here.
Imagine
All right.
The door is
King
there.
Kong.
All right.
Okay, they're on the boat. They see the natives, and all of a sudden they break out into song and dance. Like, oh, we gotta go to the natives because the drums happening.
The drum's happening. You heard it here first, folks. The drum is happening.
I just want to point out that I've never once watched any King Kong movies except for in my film music class, in which we watched like 2 scenes. But I think it'd make a beautiful musical.
All right. Well, there you go. Michaela, any ideas?
I'm trying to just think of movies that aren't musicals right now.
I know. It's like, it's hard to... It's a tricky question.
Should we reverse the question? A musical that isn't a musical? It's just a movie. Like, think about, like, Phantom of the Opera without any music. Wouldn't that just be weird?
Yeah. Like Les Mis would still be fine. Les
Yeah.
Mis would be A-okay because the
want-
music isn't the part of the story, it just enhances it. So if here's my answer to this question. If Les Mis didn't have music in it, it would be made better if it were a musical, I think, personally. Because I think it's a beautiful story, and I think the way that the music is written is it's so gorgeously done that it just would enhance the story rather than make it like not focus on the story. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Sure.
Michaela's looking at me in a funny way.
You lost me there, but I trust you enough.
Yeah.
I've decided that I really want the Italian Job as a musical,
Ooh.
just because Mark Wahlberg's in it, and anything Mark Wahlberg. I can't say it correctly now. Oh God, Wahlberg. There we go. I just want him to sing his old music
You're valid.
all the time.
All right.
I
Sarah,
want
any idea?
him to sing at my wedding.
I want
Wahlberg?
Dr. B to sing
Wahlberg.
at my wedding.
I don't have an answer just because I love musicals and I can't imagine like a movie being changed into a musical because I feel like they have very different purposes, and that if music's not going to enhance the movie, I don't think it should be in it.
Valid. Okay. Here's this is our first hard-hitting question of the night. So just kind of
We all gotta prepare ourselves
prep
a little
up.
bit.
Okay. It is from. It's not from Anonymous, but I'm gonna keep it anonymous just because it's such a hard-hitting question. What's cooler than being cool?
Ice cold. I'm so sorry that hurt my ears.
Any listeners out there? We're sorry.
I'm not sorry. I'm only a little bit sorry to
You're so valid. I'm not texting anyone. I'm just
who
checking
was
our
that?
questions. I pinky
Who
promise.
was it, please?
What? Who was what?
Who asked the question?
It said Mick Dog.
McDog.
Michaela Beckley?
Maybe it's MIKK.
That's McKK.
McKK, hey girl.
I think that's McKK.
Yeah. There you go.
There's only one Michaela.
Wow.
It's
Okay,
fine,
really
I'm
quick,
fine.
really quick. Yes, Hannah Martin. I was actually brain twins, bro. She just texted me and said answer the Facebook comments, and I was going to answer the Facebook comments. So here we go. Oh boy, here we go. We're getting
Oh,
up close and
boy.
personal. Hey, oh man. Okay, I'm just gonna point you at the ceiling. Okay. Grant Rasmussen. What were you? Hannah Martin said, "Wow, thanks for taking my call. Yes, I'm sorry that it was a mess. You can call. We'll figure out a way for you to call back later because you should be on here." Grant Rasmussen, LOL, yo, Anna, are you hosting a radio show? Yes, Grant Rasmussen. Also, thank you for calling me back. I called you 3 times a couple weeks ago and you never called me back. Not to drag you. You're a good egg, Grant. Thank you for listening. Hannah asked, did you remember to start the audition recording? Yes, I did, Hannah. Hannah said, upgrade to premium. Anna, you coward. She's referring to Spotify. Oh, she said Spotify in there. Yeah, no, I'm too cheap for that. Hannah Martin said, reputation, yes, queen.
Yes.
Grant Rasmussen said, big reputation, big reputation. Ooh, you and me got a big reputation. Amazing. Tess told me to join Spotify while I still had... Okay, now they're just having a conversation about...
I love Tess Up
how cheap I am. Stormy said, Miss Sienna had loads of fun my first year band and you as a leader. Aw, thanks, Stormy. Grant said, you're a dork. Ah, Grant, you're a bigger dork. Zing. Okay. Anyway, there's Facebook for you.
Wales.
I'm going to try and get this back where you can kind of see. Cool. Okay. Alrighty. Let's keep on rolling with the questions. Where are the best parties at? And this is from Lord Melbourne.
Oh, that would be Michaela Beckley.
Oh, hey, Michaela. Beckley. Where are the best parties?
Is she being serious or like?
Well, there's something that you're wearing on your head that makes me think maybe don't answer it
The best
seriously.
party
No,
is going to church.
Yeah.
That's my answer.
Best party's a
I was
Jesus
gonna
party.
say the birthday parties that I throw.
Oh, throw me a birthday party, can
When's
you?
your birthday?
May 31st.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm on it.
Just come to Port Orchard if I'm in Port Orchard. Who
Okay.
knows? We'll see.
I'll find
We'll
you.
see where the road takes me, I suppose. Okay, do it. I dare you. My
I
address
hate whispering.
is 1234 on 5th Street. And that's it.
We don't have a town.
America,
or zip code.
USA.
Woo!
All right. Yeah, that's right. I just said America, USA. I know they're the same thing-ish, I guess. Okay. All right. Here we go. Let's keep on trucka-luckin'. So, what is one of your favorite stories to tell? And take a second, think about it. Try to keep it kind of like a shorter story, but like one of your favorite stories to tell. I saw these, so I can start with my story if you want. Okay, Sarah's nodding her head. Okay, so one of my favorite stories to tell is there are a lot of like I think I've mentioned on the show before, just, you know, you're going about your day and then you remember something weird that happened in your childhood and you're like, whoa, that'd make a great story. Okay, so here's one of those things. So my family and I like to hang out at this lake. We have a little cabin up there and it's just a place we go like every summer for, you know, as much as we possibly can. And my siblings and I, this was probably 5 or 6 years ago, we were walking along, you know, the edge of the lake and, you know, just doing as kids do, just, you know, throwing rocks, doing whatever. And we found this box. And it was probably about the size of a medium-sized refrigerator. And it was it was a pretty big box. And it was made out of, you know, that material that you line garden beds with, like the black material, you know what I'm talking about. It was like that, but it was probably like 1/4 of an inch thick, so it was, you know, kind of thick, and there were staples in it, and it was empty, and it had kind of a weird smell, and we were like, dope, big box. You don't usually find stuff up there because it's kind of, you know, the place where we go is kind of like secluded, and the majority of the things that wash ashore are like driftwood and things like that. So we get the box. My younger brother Dan gets in it, and we're floating him around, and, you know, just hanging out, having a good time, and, you know, we just hang out, playing with those boxes until it's time to go back for dinner or whatever it was. And so we leave the box up on the shore where it won't get washed away, and kind of like near the trash cans, just in case, like, you know, we were supposed to throw it away because we don't know where it came from. We don't know what this box is. And so 2 years later, it is around Christmas time, and my sister gives me a phone call. She calls me and she's like, hey, do you remember that black box we were playing with up at, you know, the lake? And I was like, oh, you know, yeah. And the memory kind of started coming back to me. And I was like, oh, yeah, Dan got in it and we were floating around and all that. And she's like, yeah. And I was like, oh, yeah, what about it? And she's like, well, I found an article about it, about those kinds of boxes. And I was like, okay, you know, what? Can you send it to me? And she's like, yeah, sure.
Oh, Lord.
And she sends it to me. And buckle in. It was a disposable coffin that was empty, that had washed ashore, and that had a weird smell. And I screamed. I was like, oh my, what? And then I immediately told my brother, I was like, Dan, that black box was a coffin. And he screamed and immediately took a shower, even though it was years later. And so that is one of my favorite stories to tell, just because it is so ridiculous.
Wow.
There you go.
Okay, Anna.
Don't know the story of the coffin. Don't know why it washed up. Nothing. We just know it was a coffin. So there you go. That's my story.
As you were telling that story, I remembered you telling me that story like a year or so ago, and I just was like, oh, yeah, like I'm waiting for it, and
There it is.
there it is.
All right, Sarah, do you have any stories?
Not one that I can remember that's super good. I got clotheslined once.
What?
Like, I was camping on Lake Chelan, and my friend of friends set up this big projector, and we had a movie night.
That sounds wonderful.
Oh, wonderful. Until the sprinklers came on.
Oh, no.
And then everybody was panicking because there's a lot of expensive electronic equipment watching this movie. And I ran to go get some candy that I had left behind, and I didn't want it to get wet. I was probably like 16. Like, this wasn't that long ago. And the projector lines, it was being held up as clotheslined me, and everybody laughed.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was intense.
Nice.
That's all.
All right, Michaela, Lizzie, anything?
I mean,
So while you were telling your story, she just held up her phone to me with text that says, "Should I tell the?"
I'll tell. Don't. That spoils the story. So I'll tell the story.
All right, tell the story right now. Tell it.
And then I'll tell you the title of the story.
Okay, yes, sounds good.
Okay. So I worked at a summer camp this summer.
Oh, these are the
This
best.
isn't
Wait,
actually my story.
1 second. Okay, Grant Rasmussen, if you're listening, Grant Rasmussen works at summer camp like every summer, and he has some really good stories. So Grant Rasmussen, if you're listening, this one goes out to you, even though it's not me telling this story.
Yeah.
There you go.
I can tell you, working at a summer camp, you learn a lot about children. So this is not my story. Like,
says,
it's
"Hey,
a
Sarah."
secondhand experience here. So my friend, I'm not going to give any names or any other
You're
information.
valid. It's okay.
You have friends.
She had a kid that was wetting the bed every night, and then she wouldn't tell her because she was embarrassed because she was older than most kids who like wet the bed.
Right.
And so my friend would have to go in during her break and just do the pat test and check if the bed was wet, and it usually was, so she'd go take care of it. And she walks in at 3 o'clock on a Thursday, and she's like, "It smells like death. Like, it smelled bad." She's like, "That's not pee." And so she goes over to the girl's bed and she feels it, and it's not wet. And she's like, "Oh." And she's just smelling the thing, and it's getting like stronger as she gets closer to this girl's bed. And so she lifts up the sleeping bag. Nope, nothing there. Lifts up the mattress. Nothing there. She like groans a little bit, just like, "Ugh." And she looks under the bed, and there's a white sock sitting there.
No.
And she like kind of yanks it out, and she like just sees it and smells it, and she's like, "Oh." This girl, because she was so scared of waking up her counselor, pooped in a sock.
Oh no!
But the thing is when she told all of us the story at our end of week staff meeting, we all were like, "How did she get it in the sock?" Because this is a little kid like sock. Like, they're not that big. We're like, did she like doggy style pick it up, like doggy bag, you know? Like, you flip it inside out and pick it up, or like...
These are the things you wonder when you hear things like this.
Yep.
It's like, how did that happen?
So that's the
why?
poop sock story. I just
love that
didn't,
story.
because if you say poop sock story, people are like, "Well, it's a poop sock." That's
Right,
why I
right. Like,
harassed
clearly,
Michaela.
that's the whole story. That's really funny. I love
So
poop sock
that's
story.
a good story to tell. Yeah.
I love it. Okay, Michaela.
I'm
any good
honestly
stories?
just trying to think of stories that I've told people. What's a story that I've told you?
Tell me about your band director.
Okay.
Just a little bit, just a taste.
I love John DeBelatis. What a man. So I only had this guy for 1 year, sadly enough, my freshman year. Although I was like involved with the high school band beforehand, because it's a small town. It's Alaska. Everything's a small town. I don't care. So where do I?
Just start with
I'm
the
just gonna
hair.
give his physical description.
Yes,
He's-
physical description first.
He's very short, man. He's like my height, which is very short.
Yes.
5'3", 5'4", not all that tall. But very, round. He's a very round man, but he has like a bald patch right on the top of his head, and then hair right around it, like a little I don't know, like a horseshoe of hair. Yeah. We're on the same page. Yeah. But he would dye it crazy colors, like every other week. I think that's where I got all of my inspiration from.
Michaela dyes her hair often. If you didn't
only purple.
Pick up on that, yeah,
only purple.
Yeah. There you go.
I'm sorry.
No, you're valid.
But he would. Hey.
Sarah's flashing the UW sign. If there's anybody from UW listening, I mean, thanks for listening. My friend is. Go Cougs, though.
Go Cougs.
Go Cougs.
So he did like rainbow once, and it was wild. I'll start with the picture on the wall. So there was a mural on the wall that he really hated because our art department, subpar at best. I love you art people, but no. So he had a special poster made of his face. I can't replicate the face that he was doing, but it was like a very creepy grin where like if you saw that and you were walking outside at night, you'd turn around and run the other way. And it was like 12 feet by 12 feet
by 12 feet of this guy's face.
It's beautiful.
I think for now, that's all we need to know about him. We can do weekly installments of him.
Weekly installments?
Yeah. And just talk about
Please,
the
no.
mugs and John Fest and all that.
You've already talked about him. It's okay.
Really quick, my good pal Matthew Schock sent me a message that says he likes my pink hoodie. Just really quick, my second cousin's husband gave this to me when I was living with them. It's a Fortuna Rodeo hoodie. Thank you, Ronnie. I love this hoodie. I wear it every time I come in, or most times when I come in here. It's my good luck hoodie.
Have you been to a rodeo?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I've been to a rodeo. There was bullfighting and, rodeo in and all that stuff. It was a rodeo week, actually. This town is like the best. It's wild. But anyway, he asked our favorite movies. Mine is It's a Wonderful Life. I love that movie. Makes me yeehaw. Makes me feel very good and sad, but good mostly. And I love that movie. If you haven't seen it, watch it because it's a classic. And there you go. That's my favorite.
My favorite is Top Gun because young Tom Cruise and the music and just everything about that movie is amazing.
Yeah.
Finding Nemo.
That's your favorite of all time?
Yes.
Why? I'm just so curious. Like, why?
I don't know.
Okay.
But because it's my favorite movie, my best friend Alex has given me a Nemo pillow pet. This is because I don't know. It's a shark. It's on my keychain. It's a light
I love it, a little light.
The light works because of Jack Bull.
Thank you, Jack Bull.
What a man. I don't know what he did. I have a stuffed shark at home, and also a Dory is the most recent installment.
Very nice. Lizzie, favorite movie and why?
Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Valid.
I think that's pretty self-explanatory.
Yep, I think so too. All right, cool. It's a good question. Thank you, Matthew Schock. At Sarah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sarah Wilhoit. Go Cougs as well. People are messaging me. Hector said, Top Gun just reminds me of the Top Gun field show we did our freshman year. We did a Top Gun field show our freshman year, or my freshman year, mine and Hector's, and it was super fun. Great show. So let's see. Yes, okay. Let's go back to the questions. I keep forgetting that they're on my phone this week, which is just something different. Okay, so here's an actual, question.
Okay.
My roommate keeps borrowing my things, clothes, makeup, etc. I was okay with it at first, but now she doesn't even ask. I'm not sure how to address this with her since I was cool with it at first, and now I'm not. Help. Any first thoughts from anyone?
My initial thought was buy a safe and lock it all up. That's not real advice. Don't take that.
Yeah, maybe don't listen to that.
Last year, my roommate and I, we got along really well, but we were both kind of we really liked our space. And so, keeping our stuff separate. And she made that, pretty clear that she was like, hey, just, don't touch my stuff. And, that was okay with me. And so I think if, your roommate is taking your makeup, if you see it, if you see things going missing, being like, hey, I really just need you to ask first. Like, it's not a big deal. Just ask. Because it doesn't have to be drama unless you make it drama. If you hold on to it for longer, it's going to be drama. But if you just deal with it up front and just say, hey, this is all I need, tell her what she can do differently, it can be fixed. And if she doesn't fix it then there's drama. But let it, like, you know, try and solve itself.
Yeah. And I think approaching it just how you said, and like the next time that it happens, just the next time when it is an issue, you need to say, hey, you know, I know that I said I was cool with it at first, and I'm sorry that I'm changing, you know, what you think, you know, that I'm changing my mind on this, but I would really prefer if you just asked. And just leave it at that. Don't like say, you took my da-da-da and it made me feel this way. Just leave it as simply as that. And then if she doesn't change, then maybe talk to your RA if you're in a dorm, or maybe pursue the conversation further and let her know that, you know, hey, this is making me feel upset. I don't like it when I don't know where my things are. I don't like it when other people use my things without asking. But just for now, I would say simply, hey, I changed my mind. I would actually prefer if you just asked. Yeah, there you go. Any other thoughts on that?
Nope. I thought that was spot on.
Okay, cool. We have a question from Anonymous. Luke or Gardner? So I will answer this one first because I have some thoughts on this.
Are you
Luke
serious?
Falk will forever be my husband. First of all. Luke Falk, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry. I have nothing else to say to you, but you will always be my husband. That's it. Luke Falk's fiance Mallory, if you're listening to this, I am also sorry.
Also engaged, ain't married. So Anna.
Also engaged, ain't married. Sarah's
Anna, you're
100%
free.
correct. Thanks, Sarah. Thank you, Sarah. Anyway, I love Luke Falk, but I think Gardner is... Luke Falk was really good, but Gardner's really fun to watch. You know what I mean? Because you don't know what's going to happen. He's kind of a wild card. He kind of like goes for stuff, and he's really good, so it's very fun to watch him.
I'm going to have to say Gardner just because I have multiple puns off of his name that I like. They're kind of inappropriate.
We can talk about those after the show if you want. I am definitely interested
Have I
in
told
these
you
puns.
this pun?
No.
Okay. I think it's appropriate for the air. It's not
Okay.
that bad.
All right.
So I want when Gardner Minshew II gets married, I need his wife to say all the time in full seriousness.
Well,
Never mind then.
He can plant his seeds in my garden.
okay, all right.
okay.
No. Lizzie,
He's
what
a
do you
gardener!
think? What do you think?
Okay, I have to say Luke Falk, but in reality, Connor Holiday is my true
one is
love.
that?
He was
Get outta here.
Quite a few years ago. I go to football games every year with my dad.
Every day.
Every day.
Every single day. Dad, we gotta go.
And so, like, when I was in, like, middle school, Connor Holiday was the quarterback, and he was really good. Like, they were good for a while, and they weren't so great, and then Luke Falk came in, and they were good again. So, like, Luke Falk is probably my number 2.
Yeah, Luke Falk did contribute a lot to the team, and I think he was great while he was here, but he kind of declined towards the end of his senior or his last
He
year.
broke his hand.
He did break his hand. No. I am not dissing on him at all. He's
No,
my
I think
husband,
that's why.
clearly. But
He
Yeah,
got some PTSD from that.
yeah, I think Gardner's really, really fun to watch. So there you go. Sarah, what about you?
I love the mustache.
Yeah, the mustache is great. I would say Gardner. I think Luke was overhyped a little bit. I didn't really like his playing style, but I think Gardner's more open to suggestions and like on the spot like plays.
He's more of a team player.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I agree.
Luke
with
Falk, he was good and he knew it.
that. Yeah.
But I appreciate everything he did for the
Yes.
Cougs.
That's true.
Yes, agree. All right. Okay. Moving right along. So my friend Audrey, a couple weeks ago, so this is one of my very good friends from high school, like one of those friends where you can go like months without talking to, and then she'll message you and it'll just be, normal. So we hadn't talked for a little bit, and then she messaged me and she said, hey, I have a question for your radio show. I'm like, awesome. This is going to be fun because she has quite the unique mind that I just love whenever she talks to me. It's great. And her question was, what do I do with all these animal bones? Because she has a bunch of vertebrae for like 2 spines worth of animal bones. And I have the perfect answer because I was sitting next to our roommate Taylor when she asked this question. And you make, I don't know how to say the word because it can be said multiple times, a baby mobile. Mobile.
Yeah, mobile.
Yeah, you make like a mobile
I thought
with
it
all
was
the bones
mobile.
and you just hang them, on like something that can spin and you just do that. And I think that's the perfect solution. And I think you would put that in your home. Yeah. Yeah.
For sure she would.
For sure. Yeah. Okay, Michaela, what were you thinking with all the animal bones? They're vertebrae.
So in my town, there's a wearable art show, and Alaska. So there's a lot of bones, and this lady made a dress out of bones. You should
A
make
dress out of
a
bones.
full-on dress.
Yeah, Audrey would wear a dress made out of bones. So yeah, if you can make a dress out of bones, a bikini made out of bones, perhaps, since they're so just vertebrae, like I feel like you could do that.
Hey,
yeah,
don't give me that look.
girl.
I support it.
So yeah, there you go. A dress or a baby mobile, whatever it is.
Mobile.
Mobile baby. Okay. All right. Okay. So that one is checked off the list. Okay. Okay. So this one was sent by Anonymous, and it is 2 parts and then the first part is to be answered in pairs, and this was for me and Hannah, but we'll just do me and Sarah. We both know each other pretty well. So for me and Sarah, and for Lizzie and Michaela, what do you think each other's greatest strength is? My arms, right, Sarah? Look at these.
The woman that can't do a push-up.
Yeah, I really can't do one push-up. I physically cannot do one. I
you
tried the other
serious?
night. Yeah. No,
Are you serious?
No, I am 100% serious. I
Honey.
cannot do one push-up. Anyway,
Okay.
does anyone want to start?
I will start. I want to say that Michaela is the most supportive person I've ever met. I think that is her greatest strength, is that she loves everybody through everything. And even if she's having the worst day of her life, if you come to her and say, I'm having the worst day of my life, she will pretend like she's not having a bad day and just help you through your problems first.
I
which
agree with that.
cannot helps her mental health sometimes. But, loving other people is important. And I think she embodies all that I want to be when it comes to being a supportive friend.
She's very selfless. I agree. This has turned into a honey roast podcast. We're just going to talk each other
Nice
out.
off.
Y'all gonna make me cry. I don't have emotions. What are those? These are my chanclas.
Audrey, okay, really quick. I'm so
vines.
sorry. Audrey said something really funny. She said, thank you, Anna Somerville. Also, sick burn, Sarah LMAO. I forgot what you said. What did you say?
Probably about your push-ups.
Oh, yeah, my push-ups, yep. And then Audrey said her war bikini. The bone bikini.
I support it.
I love that. Okay, all right. Okay. Sarah, wait, do you want to go, Michaela, if you have one? That just came to mind. If not, that's okay, too. Lizzie has a lot of strengths. Okay, I can go if you want me to. Sarah, you are... Let me think, because there were 2 that I'll just say both of them. You are willing to listen. You are a very good listener, and I really, really appreciate that about you because you're just the best person to vent to if, car talks, as you know. That's the way. And then also, you are just so much fun to be around. You are so fun to be around.
As I've heard.
Yeah. No, we were talking Sarah up the other night. Yeah, Taylor can attest. But Sarah is super, super fun to be around. Always a good time. If I am feeling down or whatever, I can just hang out with Sarah for 30 seconds and I will be feeling way better just because she makes me laugh to no end. So I think Sarah's greatest strength is just making other people happy just by her being herself.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's just a snap story.
Michaela, do you have one?
I'm watching dogs.
Stop.
I can't put into words. I don't word well. Lizzie,
She hates me, that's all.
no. I really like that her last name is Burnham.
That's her greatest strength.
No, I was just saying that I like that about her. She's. I feel like she's very much. She took mine.
Okay, so just say it again. Just. What is her greatest strength?
She helps me out when I need the help.
She's really good at being there.
Yeah.
Good country version.
Yeah. Country
Yeehaw.
theme. That's what we do here.
Yeehaw.
I agree, and it's really important that you have people like who are just there, always willing to be there, and like, yeah, constantly ASMR. We're always watching.
I hate those videos. They like
No, they're bad. I hate ASMR.
they make me
It's
nauseous.
nasty. Yeah, let's raise this up a little bit. Yeah, so Lizzie's just very dependable, very much there, and just ready to listen.
Aw,
Cool.
thanks.
What's the second part of this question?
I'm not done yet.
Oh, Sarah.
Oh!
Sarah's about to
I was
roast
about to
me.
say a bad word.
Oh.
All right, Anna
Oh,
Somerville.
man.
I think you are one of the most supportive persons of my life. In high school, Anna helped me out with everything. At homework, school. We would go on car rides and park in the McDonald's parking lot
Yep.
and not buy anything. We would just
hang out.
talk.
Yep.
And we would talk for like an hour and just vent to each other. And she's a good listener. And
It's
I don't know.
giant ears. Have you seen them? Yeah. Yeah.
yep. So I don't know. She just has supported me throughout my life.
Oh, wow. Good. I'm glad. Cool. Okay. And then the second part of the question is, what do you think your greatest strength is?
Golly.
Yeah. If you say bowling, I swear.
Bowling. No, I have to agree. I do think I am a great listener.
Yeah.
Like, if you're venting at me, I'll talk. Like, no, I won't talk, actually. You'll just talk, and I'll just be, like, there for you. And so
Yeah.
I'm a great listener. If you ever want to talk,
Yeah.
talk to me.
Call in and give your name and address and just spill all your tea.
Yeah,
Just kidding. Don't do
to
that.
me.
Why the address?
So that we know where you are and can support you. Okay.
I don't like that.
Anyway, Michaela, greatest strength.
My IT bands are pretty strong.
Give us a different answer.
Address your feelings. It's okay.
Okay, this is gonna sound real weird, but I've thought about this. I don't think that I'm ever good enough for anything. Don't start talking yet. So like I'm always trying to better myself.
Yeah.
So
There you go.
that's about the summation of it.
Cool. There you go.
I forgot
All right.
my answer. Oh crap.
She can squat me. She's pretty strong there.
Yeah.
Got a lot of thigh muscles.
That's your bum.
I think one of my
Real
greatest
sensitive.
strengths is that I have a lot of empathy for people to the point of like I can like if I see you're upset the slightest thing I'll be like something is seriously wrong, so like I tune into people's emotions really quickly. So like it's kind of, you know, a weakness but it's also a strength in that like I notice when my friends need help really quickly.
Yeah. Cool. There you go. What's going on Facebook? Wow. There we go. Mrs. Estes. Hi, Mrs. Estes. We all love you. My greatest strength is... There's just so many. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I feel like I'm really good at being there for people when they need me. And I think
agree with that.
I think that's when it counts. So there you go. What else? I'm about to sneeze and it's driving me crazy.
Do it.
You won't.
Do it.
You won't bet.
At the
Okay.
same time.
Let's do. Ra-da-da.
That was beautiful.
Thank you. I'm really good at singing. If you want me to sing at your wedding, I'll do it.
Please.
Abraham Lincoln asks 2 questions. What are some of your favorite song lyrics, and what are some songs that remind you of good times? So I've thought about this. Favorite song lyrics right now, just because it's fall. There's a song from Over the Garden Wall that is it's really pretty. Let me try and remember it. How the gentle wind beckons through the trees as autumn colors fall, dancing in a swirl of golden memories, the loveliest lies of all. And I think that's beautiful.
How are we supposed to beat that?
You can't. Honestly, that's why I was like, yeah.
I have one that can
this
beat
is
it.
the ultimate one. What is it? Poopity scoop. Poopity doopity.
I was
Kanye?
gonna say the if your boyfriend says has
Beef that I'm a vegetarian and I ain't scared of him. That's
iconic.
honestly poetry.
Iconic.
Just beautiful. What
I
about
want to
you guys?
get that tattooed on my body.
I think that's a great plan.
You can't hear it, but I'm shaking my head real bad.
She's shaking her head real hard. All right, Sarah.
I don't have lyrics memorized that well, so I think you won that one. But a song that reminds me of good times is American Pie by Don McLean. And because when I was younger and I lived in California, me and my cousins would be in my grandmother's car, and that's the only CD she had. So we would just play that song on repeat and blast it and sing along, and so it reminds me of my family and makes me miss them.
Oh, I love that.
I think that a song that reminds me of good times is Bad to the Bone. There's a good reason. So my dad and I, like I said earlier, we would go to a Cougar football game every single year, and it was like our daddy-daughter trip. And there was one time we were driving, and we just started, like, doing, like, you know the blues thing from The Office? We're like, no. And they just, like, say something sad. Like, we just did that for, like, an hour straight of just, like, singing, like, made-up version of Bad to the Bone. So whenever I hear that, it kind of, like, makes me think of good times with my dad.
Yeah. There you go. Michaela, any song? Oh, yeah, here. Some songs that remind me of good times really quick are... Jesse's Girl, because whenever my mom dropped me off at high school, we'd listen to it with each other, like every single car ride. And at the last home football game she was at, they played it, and we danced at each other and were like pointing at each other like from at least 30 feet away. So people watching were really confused, but it was, good. A song that reminds me of my dad is Inner Sandman by Metallica, because that's the first like metal song that I ever heard. It was in a Walmart parking lot, and he was like, "Hey Anna, listen to this," and I was really little and I loved it, and so that song reminds me of good times. My song that reminds me of my sister, I'm just associating it with each member of my family, so here we go. Song that reminds me of my sister. My sister and I do not agree on music at all, because she's into like techno-y, that kind of thing, and I'm not so much. But a song that reminds me of my sister is Disturbia by Rihanna.
I love that
because
song.
she used to blast it. My sister and I are very different in a lot of ways, but I would usually go to bed early when we were younger, and she would stay up so late, way too late for her age, like way too late, and she would play Disturbia on repeat for hours, and she would have her bedroom door open, and it would keep me up, and I would just like run into her bedroom and be like, turn off the song, but like she'd just leave it on. So that, I mean, I, as much as I hate that song, I love that song because of her. And then my brother will get obsessed with the song for a while, and for a long time it was Total Eclipse of the Heart by Bonnie Tyler, and we would sing it to each other all the time, and like he would get out his recorder and play it, and sometimes he'd be playing recorder in the car, and it's just...
Who is this man?
It's my brother. You would love Dan. He's so strange. He's just great. Anyway, there you go. Those are my songs that remind me of good times.
Okay, so I have a playlist on Spotify called...
Follow it. SoundCloud.
No, don't. It's
fire.
It's fire.
No, it's called Straight Fire with like the cry face and then the this emoji, like the okay hand sign. And I made this for the road trip that Lizzie, Trevor, Taylor and I took to DLC last year, and I've just added to it. And it's kind of like a meme playlist. Let me just read you these songs off here.
Just a few, just like 10, just a taste.
There's
just
only like 10 songs.
All right.
Cantina Band.
Oh, beautiful.
Me Channel. Juju on That Beat. Kids Bop version. Diablo Rojo, which is the song that's most iconic in Puss in Boots. Bet on It. The Boys Are Back. Get Your Head in the Game. Sneaker Night by Vanessa Hudgens. It's a bop. Don't test me.
Love it.
This Is My Swamp by Shrek Is Love. The Belly Button song from VeggieTales. Sweatshirt. The Skype song. And most recently, the edition was the VeggieTales remix. Shout out Anthony for bringing that into my life.
Thank you, Anthony.
The best song that's ever been created. No, it's not, but it's okay. it's like a rap song of all the VeggieTales like throwbacks you could. I don't know how to
I love that.
explain.
Wow.
I showed it to Sarah Grace Stoley and she didn't really react. It was kind of made me upset, but
Wow. Sarah Grace Stoley. Goodness
I'm
gracious.
so sorry.
All right. Well, if nobody has anything to add, I think we're going to play the country theme really quick and gather our thoughts and then come right back. So here we go. Hold on. I have to make sure I'm doing the right thing. Okay. Here we go. And country theme is on. That is what she, anyway.
Michael
Okay.
Scott.
All right. Back to the questions. Here we go. We're just going to get diving in because I realized we have quite a few more questions left. Okay. And then this one is the one that I can't do because it's rated R. Sorry, Walter. Okay. I'm going to have to look at. Okay. So here's the thing. Hold on. About phones is that their screens are not as big as computers. Okay. How do you tell someone they smell? Known this person for a long time and haven't had the heart to say anything, but it's become unbearable now that we live together. I feel like Sarah Stoley is trying to tell me something with this question. I'm not going to lie. Sarah and I have known each other for a while, and I feel like she wouldn't, be able to tell me that I smell. But Sarah, I'll shower for you any day.
Thank you.
Okay.
You've been needing one for a while.
It's true. I'm a stanky gal. Anyway, this doesn't matter. What do you guys think? Initial thoughts?
I would like subtly buy them like Bath and Body Works things. Just
Yeah.
be like, hey, I thought of you. And like you're giving them something so they can't be mad. But they're like, oh, maybe connect the dots.
Yeah. I think that's, probably.
I would say, like, hey, do you want to try this new deodorant, see how it smells kind of thing? Like, offer it up to use and then see if that helps. If it's a deodorant problem, if it's like their laundry detergent needs to have a scent in it, buy them some scented laundry detergent.
Yeah. I think both of those are valid. And I think depending on your relationship with this person, if you've known them a while and if you're living with them, I think if you have a relationship where you can just level with them and be honest, then level with them and be honest, because it's kind of a tricky subject to go about, but I think it'll help them in the long run because you're probably not the only person smelling them. It's like a larger scale of, do I have something in my teeth? It's like, do you be the honest friend who like lets them know, hey, you have something in your teeth, just a heads up, and you save them from future embarrassment? Or do you just kind of let it slide and then kind of like suggest, it kind of depends on your dynamic. But if it were me and if I had known this person for a while and like was living with them, I'd just take them aside and say, hey, I don't mean to insult you in any way. I just want to let you know you might want to take showers a little more frequently. You might want to get a stronger deodorant and they might not even know. They probably don't even know. Just bringing attention to it and letting them know that, hey, you little stanky.
You stinky.
You stanky. Yeah. So I'm going to have to, for the next question, I'm going to have to steal this because it is too large to read on my phone.
Hey.
So, oh shoot, hold on.
Don't give me that face there, Grace Stoley.
Yeah, 1 second. Why won't it? Okay. I'm sorry, Facebook Live, if you can't see us. I'm not sure if you can, actually. I have no idea. And I'm sorry if you see my gross forehead. Trying to get to this question so that I can see it. Hello. Hi, microphone. You're way down low. Okay. Let's see here.
Sweatshop in the mall. All
Okay.
ditches crawl.
Say the word.
I don't want to.
Okay, so here we go. Okay, sorry if you can't see us Facebook Live, but this question is just going to have to be like this. And if you can, I'm really sorry because it's like really close to my face here. Okay. Hi. Okay, I'm just going to duck out. Hold on. Okay. All right. So, this question is kind of serious, so get ready. I'm transgender, FTM, and we don't know what FTM means.
Female to male.
Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Because Sarah, I was reading it earlier and I was like, that does not mean for the moment because that's not like a temporary. Okay.
Caitlin,
anyway,
I got you.
I'm transgender, FTM. Makes more sense. And my grandma constantly misgenders me, even though I've already told her that I'm trans on Facebook and tells me, and tags me. This means all my friends see it, and I don't want my friends to misgender me as well. How do I talk to her about it without freaking out about it? Hello.
So I have a transgender sibling.
Okay.
So this has happened to her many times. And just sometimes, especially with that generation, they don't quite understand. Obviously, like with your family, you have this conversation very like, it's a very deep conversation about like, hey, this is me. Please like call me by this name. But a lot of times it just doesn't quite register at first. Like the reality is she's probably not doing it intentionally. So I would just say something like, hey, just a reminder, like, because I am a man now, like, I would prefer if you would use the correct pronouns because, like, that's who I am and that's what I want to be called because, you know, saying she hurts. Because in reality, for a transgender person, when you use their dead name, when you use those things, it kind of draws them back to that depressed person they were. So, like, just saying, like, this is a more respectful way of treating me. If she's doing it intentionally because she doesn't want to accept that you're transgender, that's a different issue. And that might be something where you might just have to sit down and be like, hey, what questions do you need to ask me for you to accept me? Because a lot of times, like I said, with that generation, like, this is not something they've, like, had to deal with or approach yet because in the 80s, the closest thing to transgender was drag queens and transvestites, and that was a whole, like, just other category of people, whereas transgender people, they're real people. Like, not that, you know, drag queens aren't, but transgender people, like, they're like you and I, you know, and they're just normal people, and the media that our grandparents grew up with didn't recognize that. So just giving them, like, you know, treat me as I am and, like, love me still, but respect me.
Right.
Know?
Yeah. I think you hit it on the nose, and clearly you must have experience in this area. And I think another thing, if she is having a very hard time being accepting and using your preferred pronouns, then talk to your friends to prevent them from misgendering you, since they are your more immediate interaction, I'm guessing. Just let them know, like, hey, I'm trans, these are my preferred pronouns, and if you see my relatives doing this on Facebook, it's not something that it's not what I prefer to be called. And just kind of make sure that you're on the same page with your friends, because if they get confused by your grandma tagging you and things on Facebook, you can clear that up if it keeps happening. Yeah. So those are my thoughts. Any other thoughts on that? No? Okay, cool. Let's keep going. Ooh, relationship advice. Okay. So this is from Anonymous. I have been talking with a guy for a while now. We have been on a few dates, but I can't tell if he likes me or not. Help. He hasn't kissed me yet, but he bought me food and I have met his friends. I am confused. So my gut reaction is that he does like you because he took you on a few dates.
If you're in with the friends,
You're in
dude,
with him.
you're good.
Yes.
Or if you're like me, just ask them. Because
Straight
I
up.
get very anxious over relationship stuff. So in the end, I usually just go, hey, what's the dealio? That's how I got my current boyfriend.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I think honesty, especially if this is going to be the start of a relationship, honest communication is key. That is a huge deal in relationships. I think that if you're worried about him not kissing you yet, just kiss him. If anyone's heard the story of my first kiss, it was a mess, and that's what happened to me.
I have not, Anna, but I want to later.
We can talk about it later. Sarah still has to leave though.
Why?
Because it was her
Was it
brother.
with my
What? Anyway, we'll talk about that later too. Hi, John. Hi, son. He said hi, Mom. Hi, Dr. Taggart. She's watching. Also, there are some fun events happening at the School of Music this week, just because she told me to shamelessly plug the School of Music. There is a wind ensemble and symphonic band concert tomorrow night at 8. There is a recital Thursday night at 8, and also Friday night at 8, where Hannah Califano is playing in that one on Friday. So, yes, show up, go to School of Music things, and go Cougs. There you go, Dr. Taggart. There's your obligatory thing. Okay, any other things to add about the dating thing?
My usual advice as well is just work on them.
What?
Oh.
Anyway, here's one wrong.
The door is there.
Pumpkin spice, yay or nay?
Nay.
Yay.
Wow, that was a quick nay.
Sorry. I've actually never tried pumpkin spice, and I'm so against it because I don't want to spend money on something that I might not like.
Wait, what?
That's
Then
what
I'll
college
buy you
is.
something pumpkin spice, and then
Taylor
you can
bought
decide.
something pumpkin spice today, and I refused to try it.
Why did you refuse to try it?
But that's not you spending your money. You're just afraid of liking it.
You don't want to be a true
afraid
white
of her
girl.
strong
Gosh.
feelings for pumpkin spice. She's afraid that she's gonna marry pumpkin spice.
Oh.
I have nothing against pumpkin spice latte. I'm assuming that's what they're referring to, but I'm more of an apple cider.
Ooh, queen.
My mom would make some every year, but only once a year in the crock pot.
Ooh, that's
Fun.
the good stuff.
You know, I'd be out there in the middle of the night, like 3 a.m., taking a thermos because I didn't want my siblings to have most of it.
You're so valid. Yeah, I would say pumpkin spice. I don't drink coffee, but I'm down to try whatever pumpkin spice flavored things because I don't mind it. So I'm kind of neutral on that. Lizzie, did you answer?
I said yay.
You said yay. Okay, cool.
I don't waste my money on Starbucks. But
Valid.
Yay.
Okay, we
You
gotta
bought
get
me
we gotta
Starbucks.
get zipping a little bit because we have quite a few questions left. So,
Oh, so
let's
sorry.
get zipping. No, you're good.
Speed.
So we'll just start speeding up. What food do you miss the most from home, and like what kind of comfort food? I miss different casseroles. I miss my mom will make really good chicken pot pie and really good chicken broccoli casserole and chicken marsala. Yeah, just like more comfort foodie type things, mashed potatoes and gravy, like that, just that kind of stuff.
My mom makes a really bomb enchilada casserole, chicken enchilada casserole.
Ooh.
And she makes it for me every time I go home.
Aww.
So shout out to you, Robin Stoley.
I love Robin Stoley.
Hope
Robin,
you're feeling good.
yeah, we love you on this podcast, this radio show, whatever it is. Okay, anyway,
My mama makes pozole every year. Which
what is that?
It's like a Mexican soup kind of thing. It's really good. Yeah, I would explain more in detail,
Big fan.
but it's just good.
We can
Big
talk about
fan.
it later.
Yeah.
Okay, Michaela,
You know I'm Alaskan, so I gotta have
are you?
halibut enchiladas and fish eggs, dude. Specifically herring.
Dr. Taggart sent me a big heart. I love her. Go Cougs.
She never replied to my email, and it kind of hurt my feelings. But it's
Oh,
okay, I
Dr.
understand.
Taggart. Wow.
I was asking for piccolo advice, and I know that's not necessarily like an important thing.
I love her. She probably just missed it.
It's
You
okay.
never know.
I understand.
Did we all answer the comfort food?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Next question, not a question, but it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So everybody, check your tatas. You should do it and just, if there's anything wonky, go to the doctor
If you don't
because,
check your boob, you're a noob.
yeah, if you don't check your boob, you're a noob. You heard it here first, folks. It's very controversial, but we're here to say it. Yeah, check them. Anyway, Kevin Kissinger asks, what conspiracy theories do you believe in?
Oh yes. Okay.
Oh shoot, Shane Dawson right here. Okay.
Let me think about this. Not a conspiracy theory, but I think there are aliens out there. I really do.
I second.
I believe that the government is lizard people. No, I'm kidding. I don't believe in that one.
I do not second.
I believe that the Illuminati, there's something going on with the Illuminati and the Freemasons. I definitely believe that. I don't know what I believe is going on, but I know there's something going on. I think, I don't know. There was one about the Titanic. No, that was a fake one. Never mind. Anybody? Conspiracy theories?
No, I don't have any.
I think part of me wants to believe that the moon landing was fake, but also
Get
I know
outta
the
here.
reality is it was real.
Yeah.
Also, this is all a simulation conspiracy theory fascinates me because it makes a lot of sense. Just if you look it up, it's really interesting. I'm not saying I believe it, but I'm saying
Are
it is
you
interesting.
talking about the Mandela effect?
No, that's part of it.
Yeah.
But
okay.
it's the whole thing where we're basically Sims.
I believe in the Mandela effect so wholeheartedly. Look it up if you haven't. It's basically that we remember things differently. So somebody finished the rhyme for me. It's blank mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all.
Mirror, mirror.
It's not mirror, mirror. It's magic
know.
mirror on the wall.
Yeah.
We all remember it as mirror, mirror on the wall. There are just so many
Yep.
instances, little instances like that happen so frequently, and it's very strange. Anyway, I believe in Mandela effect wholeheartedly. Think it's some kind of alternate dimension type deal happening.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
forgot what I was gonna say. So.
All right, you're valid. Let's keep trek-a-luckin'. Kevin Kissinger again. Kevin Kissinger asked the best questions. If all animals were the same size, who would win in a fight?
The bees.
The bees.
There's
a bee.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Madam Somerville.
I think that's a good bees.
Hummingbirds.
You think hummingbird? Oh, they're angry. That's true.
No,
My
I
friend
love
Sydney
them.
would understand that one, or anybody
right.
who worked at YMCA camp this summer.
Valid. Were they nasty? Were they like really aggressive?
There's a Native American story about hummingbirds.
Oh.
They save the world.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think if they were all the same size, that geese are. Oh my gosh.
I hate geese.
I
Geese
have
and
a scar
swans.
from a geese. Geese.
From a
A
geese.
geese. I can't word.
Geese are frightening. Swans are also frightening. I have a story about a couple
I
of black
love
trumpeter
them.
swans that still chills me to this day, and it was years ago. I think that if all animals were the same size, owls would win. There's something about them. Owls.
Who?
Some kind of. Ah! I'm angry. I'm angry.
sorry.
Kevin Kissinger would love that joke though. So Kevin Kissinger, that's a shout out to you, I guess. Okay, Kevin Kissinger again. If you could go back. Oh wait, did I skip one? Oh yeah. If you could go back into time, where would you go and why? Or when would you go and why? Oh. Yes. What time era would you go?
I would say colonial times, just
Really?
because like the whole idea of building our nation. I don't know. Just to me, that sounds really interesting to like experience that firsthand. Like
Yeah.
the start of how this went down. You
Yeah.
know?
And I think let's just in this world that we are traveling to, there's no racism. Don't worry about
Well,
medical.
yeah.
Don't worry about medical. Don't worry about sexism. Just like if you could go to a time period for the time period without like all the
Yeah,
negatives.
just to like experience for a day.
Yes. Where would you go?
I just want to hang out with the people who thought that women were witches, because whatever they were on, like that.
All right. So like 1600s, 1700s, early 1700s. All right.
Oh,
Salem.
yeah.
Or whenever that was. Was that like
Salem was-
1600s.
Okay,
Yeah,
Salem was
that's
actually
what I
just
thought.
like a small part of that. There was a big thing about it in Europe.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I would like to go to Europe and see a Shakespearean play with Shakespeare like in his globe and do that. That would be pretty sweet.
All right, you're valid. Oh man, I'm a sucker for like World War II era in America, just
Why?
because of the music and because I really love the fashion and I love the idea of a pilot taking me to a swing dance, and that's the dream. So there you go.
We know her fantasies.
Nope. Okay. Anyway, do you prefer? This is from Trevor, Yamans. Do you prefer crunchy or soggy cereal?
Oh my god!
And hard or melted ice cream?
I'm gonna kill him. Okay.
Crunchy cereal, melted ice cream.
There's a small story behind this. So I prefer soggy cereal and slightly
That is
melted ice
nasty.
cream
I agree.
because it's just like
Sometimes.
more like you get more flavor and you don't have to worry about chewing as much because you.
That's concerning.
Who are these people? Sarah and I are on the
Anyways.
same page.
Trevor hates that about me. Like he's like, "Why do you enjoy soggy cereal?" And so that's why he asked that.
Do you just
so.
pour your cereal and milk into a bowl and then just wait 10 minutes and then eat
Not like
it?
10 minutes, but like I'll set it down. I'll go like do something. I'll like wash some dishes, and then I'll come back and it'll be like soggy enough, you know.
When I was in elementary school, I would do exactly that, where I would pour my cereal, go get dressed, and then come back.
Okay, so here's the thing: is that I'm gonna invalidate your argument right now because elementary
it.
school cannot be taste. You know why? Because I used to like make chicken noodle soup and then pour Pepsi into it and think that was good. So can't trust elementary school taste.
You also
I think
put peanut butter in your ramen.
please don't judge
I've
me right
done
now.
that.
It's good,
Yeah.
right? It's like Thai.
No.
It's like Thai. It's a little bit of peanut butter and
Yeah.
then sriracha, and then
Yeah.
it makes it like Thai peanut sauce.
I
Anyway,
understand.
Sarah and I argue about this. I prefer crunchy cereal
Okay.
and a little bit harder ice cream. I think because the harder ice cream it'll melt.
I have such
hurts my
sensitive
teeth.
teeth. Yeah. And so like when it's hard, it just like I can't like
we the
enjoy it
same
because I'm
person?
like we are the same person.
No, there's so many people where I'm like,
I'm so sorry.
stop.
Anyway, continue.
Stop. I
Just
hate
keep
your
going. Just keep
whispering.
going. I'm so sorry. Just keep going.
Honestly, at this point, there are so many people where like I've had like the same life experiences where I don't even know if I have my own.
Oh wow. Okay, a new conspiracy theory to believe for you.
Am I a fake
Michaela
human?
is AI. Okay.
It's true.
This comes from Anonymous. How do I talk about myself in conversation without doing it too much and seeming like a jerk?
Hey, I have this question.
Yeah, I think about this all the time. I think a good way to start keeping track of if you're talking about yourself too much is if you start consciously noting how many times you say the word I. And if anything, learn how to flip the conversation onto someone else. And I would say having a conversation where you can talk about yourself a little bit, but mainly focus on the other person. Focus 60% of the conversation on them and 40% on you, and only bring up topics that you think that about yourself that are relevant to the moment. Yeah. Don't just like say, "Hey, I got this $40 million scholarship." Like, it's like, okay, cool. All right.
I don't care.
Anything else I say now is irrelevant to the so just I would say focus 60% on the other person, 40% on yourself, and I think that's a pretty solid rule to live by.
And I think another good way to do this is if like they're asking you for advice and you don't want to keep talking about yourself and all of your life experiences, is just say that your friend experienced something and talk about yourself in the third person.
That's a good way to do it too.
I'm not my own friend though.
Oh, zing. Yeah, I think that's a good way to do it.
That was such a sad zing.
Zing. I also think you should think about context clues. So like if you are giving advice to someone or if they're venting to you, don't that ratio should be like 99-1. You should focus the conversation on them. But if it's just a regular conversation, 60-40 is a good way to go.
Yeah.
Anything to add?
Nope.
Okay. What is the best song in the Over the Garden Wall soundtrack? I think I'm the only person who would know the answer to this.
Yep.
I love the prelude, and with the end of it also in there, because it's like they open the show every time with like this little prelude, and then at the end of the series they finally finish out the song. Or no, it's the opening song. I love the opening song, and that's all I'm gonna say. It's beautiful. My mom just said Sarah needs to talk more.
I'm sorry.
Sarah says she's sorry,
I'm
Mom.
so sorry, Nicole.
Hans answered our which would win question if all the animals were the same side, and he said ants. He said ants, which I might agree with because ants are super strong.
Vicious.
Ants are so strong. That's a really good. Okay. Bliss asks, why can't I stop singing Christmas music in my head even though I know I shouldn't until Thanksgiving? Help. I was having a similar problem, but with movies, because I want to watch It's a Wonderful Life so bad, and I'm thinking about Christmas, and I'm just getting so hyped for it that I need to reel it back. So if you guys have any advice, I need to listen to it because I'm out of control. I really want it to be Christmas. And there you go.
I have a similar problem, except I've had Pomp and Circumstance stuck in my head for a solid 5 years now. Oh, no. Yeah. I had to play it at graduation my freshman year of high school, and it just like, yep. Yeah, it's just on a repeat constantly.
Any band kids.
So
any
I
band
would
kids have the same
just say
problem.
at that point, just listen to it, satisfy the craving, and then move on with your life.
Yeah, I'd say indulge yourself and then get over it.
Yep.
Also, what was I going to say about Pomp and Circumstance?
I find it ironic that it's a British song.
Is it a British song?
It is.
Oh, wow. That's wild. Yeah.
And then it's such an American staple for graduating.
Yeah.
It's like, haha.
Yeah.
We got rid of you, yet
You're still here. Also, yeah, just listen to Christmas music whenever you want. It's beautiful. There's some really good stuff in there. Anthony Chanita, is that how you say his last name?
Yes.
Michaela's
Boy.
asks, would you rather have webbed hands or webbed feet?
Both.
All right, valid.
Feet.
Why?
You could swim better. You don't need toes, let's be honest.
Toes are so irrelevant.
no,
I hate
you
toes.
need fingers.
I danced for 12 years. Toes are important.
Here's the thing. Here's my feelings on toes. My pinky toe curls under my foot, kind of. It's like really weird if you like look at it. I think that we are evolving as a species to get rid of toes. And I think, why wait? Let's just all cut our toes off. But yeah, I think I'd go webbed toes because webbed hands would just make me mad. Although you could hold
text or like play the clarinet.
Oh, hold on. You could hold so many M&Ms.
Unnecessary.
You could hold so many M&Ms with webbed hands. I might change my mind.
Kevin would be so...
I'm triggered.
I might have my mind change. Just okay. Anyway, any other thoughts on that? Webbed hands or feet? I might change to webbed hands.
I have to put too much thought into this. I don't know.
All right. What do you mean? Man. Okay, Sarah just got a text asking about goldfish and applesauce.
Yeah, so I have this friend. His name is Gray. and he eats goldfish in his applesauce.
What?
Are you guys a fan?
What?
I would
Yeah.
try it.
Ouch.
100% give it a shot.
If I was really down for it, yeah, I'd do it. I don't mind it. Because apples with cheese is a classic combination.
Yeah. Really good combo, goldfish and chocolate chips.
Oh.
Ooh, that does not
I
sound good.
support that.
It's amazing.
All right. Well, good to know. Let's
you
keep
go.
rolling. From Hans, it's spooky season. What's your favorite horror movie?
None.
Oh my god, stop. Okay.
I'm not a spooky person.
I hated that movie. I would have to say
No, she meant none. N-O-N-E, none, like zero.
Oh, no. There's a movie called like The Nun that just came out. That's really good. Anyways, I was going to say Lights Out. It's about
I actually really like that movie.
It's about like this mom who has like her demon best friend who can only move in the dark, and so like there's only one
Yeah.
smart character in this whole movie, and he
The
saves
car
the whole
lights.
thing.
That was iconic. I'm gonna have to go with one of the like actual like okay horror films on Netflix, which is The Eyes of My Mother.
I have not seen that.
It's I'm okay if it's like I never get scared unless it's like actual humans being scary, because
Right, that's the most scary.
then it's like oof,
Then it's real.
then
it
it's
could
real.
happen. Yeah.
like that's why I don't know where that sentence is going. I'm just gonna end it there.
All right. Okay, so this is definitely not my favorite horror movie. I can't think of my favorite one. I really like the Conjuring series. I think those are really entertaining.
I agree.
I'm watching those right now.
But the horror movie that scares me by far the most, and this is because my parents instilled like this really deep fear of being kidnapped in me when I was really little, like to the point where I live on a dead end street, but like if I saw a car, I'd run inside, like just one car coming down. I'm like terrified of being kidnapped. I would say The Call. Have you guys seen that?
Yeah.
Isn't that based on a
Oh yeah, my friend watched it when she was a kid.
Yes,
And she yeah.
I am like I do not get scared generally during horror movies, but I was shaking for 20 minutes after that movie ended. It terrified me. So, highly recommend watching it. Watch it with a bunch of people. Don't watch it alone. It'll make you think differently about walking alone in parking car garage, or what are they?
Oh, parking garages?
Parking garages. Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Why does that sound weird to me? Okay. Anyway. Yes, so that's a really good one. Anthony asks, who is Hannah Martin? Our slightly, mildly concussed, sweet angel baby girl. She is the co-host of this radio show. It is Spill the Tea with Anna and Hannah. She is the Hannah aspect. How do you describe Hannah Martin? She is,
Baseball.
She was
Baseball,
my first friend
she is-
that I like made through the internet.
yeah, she's Michaela's first friend through the internet. She is just a wonderful human being. She is very fun to be around and very funny gal, and she was homeschooled, so there's that also.
That's true.
We love her. Yeah, she's the co-host, and well, not the I mean, I'm also a co-host. It's not like there's a main host. It doesn't matter. Anyway,
I am the host.
she's good egg.
No.
Lizzie is the host of this radio show now.
Incorrect.
But yes, there you go. That is Hannah Martin. Red Sox fan also.
I liked how you said that and not. Never mind.
She, who, whomps. Okay, Anthony asks, do bugs consider humans giant, or do
Get
they know they
outta
are
here.
small?
I mean, do crabs think fish are flying?
Do crabs think? Does a chicken have lips? Who's to say?
Not I.
Not I. Okay, so from By Dancing Queen by Cher. I wonder who this could be. Hector. That's who it is. Do you believe in life after love?
Do you believe in life after love, after love, after love? You gotta get the echoes in there.
I don't like either Mamma Mia or Cher, so I don't know.
So here's the thing. What kind of life would it be without love? No, I don't think there's life after love. Because what is life without love?
Is there life at all?
We are love as humans.
There you go. Those are my thoughts. What about you, Sarah? Sarah's got nothing. All right. From Sneaky Sister, who are the Trashlets?
That's us.
Me,
And,
Michaela,
Charlie.
and Charlie.
Amazing. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, we
I
started
wonder-
with the triplets, and then we were very trashy. So we're like, you know
No,
what?
with the trash
Why
lits.
not both?
Sometimes
The
we're the
trash
trashed lits, but
Hey, trashed and lit. Ugh.
Yeah.
Bad puns.
Go Cougs.
Go Cougs, baby.
All right. Again from Anthony.
Get out of here.
He said he wanted to be anonymous, but this question it's fine to not be anonymous. I'm sorry that it's not anonymous. Why would I get a Spotify if I have a Zune? Why do you still have a Zune? Why? Oh man.
Moving on.
Oh
not
my
gonna acknowledge.
goodness. Yeah, okay. Anyway, if you have a Zune, then okay. If you have a Zune, then we need to have a funeral for it, and I will sing at that funeral. So get in contact with me. My number is 911. Please call.
What song would you sing?
What song would I sing? My Heart Will Go On.
Will you sing for me right now?
That was like ASMR level right there. Oh, I like the coughing.
I have a cold, and the breathy singing was a bad choice. Every night in my dreams, I feel you. Yeah, so there you go. That's the Zune funeral song. Anyway, here's another. Okay, here's another question. This one's kind of heavy. From Anonymous, I think I'm falling for my best friend. I can't tell her without blowing up our friendship/friend group. So that's out of the question. What should I do?
I had a circumstance like this a couple years ago. I talked to my other friends in the friend group about how I felt and saw like what they thought. Like if they were like, this is a terrible idea, like you're crazy, then, you know, I'd listen to them, you know. But when I told them, they were like, oh yeah, no, 100%. Like usually the rest of them can see it. And if it like you dating somebody's gonna tear up your friend group, is that what they said?
Yeah, they said they think it.
They're not your real friends. That's the reality of it. Who you date should not define who your friends are. I'm sorry.
I agree.
Like,
I agree
they
with
aren't
you.
good friends to you if you think they're going to disown you because you're dating one of them. Like, yeah, okay, if it's your best friend's ex of 3 years, maybe that's a different story, but it doesn't sound like it's that kind of situation. So, honestly, just talk to your other friends about it in the group and see what they have to say. And if they're, like, all on board, then I would just go for it.
Yeah. I think getting advice from people who know the situation and know the implications of the situation is a really well thought out idea. And I think Lizzie hit it right on the nose yet again. Any other thoughts on that?
The one piece of advice that like my mom would always give is that you can't really like you can't help who you fall for, and if that's the person you're supposed to be with, then that's the person you're supposed to be with.
And if it isn't, then break it off and be friends again.
Yep, there you go.
Yup.
Anna told me a piece of advice a couple weeks ago.
Oh.
That if you are going to regret not doing something, then you should do it.
Yeah.
So send it.
She said
Unless
that
it's
on air.
cocaine. Unless it's cocaine, don't do cocaine. You will regret doing
You will
cocaine.
always
But anyway,
regret.
that's besides the point. Yeah, what Sarah said. If you're going to regret not telling them your feelings and not going for it, then you should do it because life's too short, man. If you find somebody who you love, send it. Send it. Let them know how you feel and just see what happens. And then Dr. Taggart also said Elgar wrote Pomp and Circumstance, and she's going to hate me for this, but I don't know who Elgar is. I probably do. But sorry, Dr. Taggart.
Probably a composer.
Yes, a composer who did Pomp and Circumstance.
Yeah,
Wow.
wow.
Gosh,
You know
I'm
so
smart.
much.
Okay. From any other things on the love advice? Any other thoughts? Okay. From Tony, spelled Toeknee, like Tony. How do you become a guest on the radio show? So what you can do is there is a...
You cannot. That is the answer.
Who is it?
Anthony.
It's Anthony.
Oh, it's Anthony.
That's how,
that makes
how
more
I
sense.
spell Tony.
Oh, you're so clever. I love it.
No,
I love
I'm
her.
not.
I love her. She's a queen.
I'm
Anyway, the way you become a guest on this radio show is we have a Google form on our Twitter, I believe. I can tweet it out again, and
He
you
doesn't
just
have a
fill it
Twitter.
out,
I'll
and
make
or
him do that.
yeah, I can have it sent to you or something, and or put it on Facebook, whatever's best for you. There's a form you can fill out, and yeah, we're trying to schedule different guests. We're pretty booked up actually, so we're gonna try and figure stuff out. But like, yeah, we'd love to have you. Cool. From Anonymous, when Did you screw everything up, but no one ever found out it was you? Ooh, when's a time when you screwed stuff up, but nobody knew it was you?
Okay. This is kind of a darkish story.
Okay.
So there was a girl in my middle school that she was telling everybody that she was hurting herself in the bathroom.
Oh.
And I was upset by it because we were in like 6th or 7th grade, and I was really upset by it because I hadn't heard that kind of stuff before. I was really sheltered. And I went home and told my mom, and she called like the school, and she's like, hey, this is happening. Like, can you guys do something about it? And they like pulled the girl into like the principal's office and like talked like counseling and stuff like that. And she's like, I was just pretending to, like, I'm not actually, I was just trying to like get attention. And like she like was like, this wasn't real. This was just me like just messing around. And like everybody knew that this girl, like somebody had snitched to their mom for like all of middle school and high school. And people like brought it up like senior year, and I was like, it was me. I was the snitch, quote unquote. But like also, if she actually had been hurting herself, like I feel like it was a good thing to do, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had good intentions.
So that's when I like felt like I messed up socially, and nobody knew.
You're valid. All right, Sarah?
I feel like you have a situation in your head that you want me to say that I don't know.
I probably don't.
Oh.
I didn't think anything.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know one for you. One for me is not necessarily that I screwed everything up, but I started something and people don't know it was me. So a couple years ago, I don't know if you guys were here yet. I can't remember. But UW was in the Peach Bowl. Do you guys remember that? Okay. So for those listening, UW went to the Peach Bowl a little while ago. I think it must have been 2 years ago. And they were against Alabama. And you know how Facebook has those little frames that you can use? I was the first person to use a Roll Tide profile picture, and then like 300 people followed my lead and did it, just like waves out. So I was the one who started that, and nobody knows it was me. Nice. But it was me. I was the first Roll Tide profile picture thing, and like so many people did it that it was like, whoa, I started something. But yes, that is one thing that I started.
The Roll Tide.
Yes, I started the Roll Tide, and so a bunch of Wazoo people did it. People got so mad at me for doing that. Like UW friends from high school. If you go back to my profile picture, there are like a bunch of angry comments, and they're like, "Why don't you back the pack?" And I'm like, "Go Cougs, baby! Screw the dogs!" So, yes, that was me. I was the one who started that, and I'm really proud of it. But I don't talk about it a lot. So, anyone who's listening, there you go.
I don't have a story like that. I'm sure I do, but I just blocked it out.
It's really hard to.
But I'm gonna say I love you, Ash.
I love you, Ash. You're
he
good.
just sent me a message. You're such a great guest on the show tonight. Y'all are doing incredible, and I just now have the Incredibles movement one stuck in my head. You absolute dork.
Zoe goes on go. Cool. What else? Anybody have any stories that they can remember at this point?
I mean, I've screwed up a lot in life.
Yeah, me too. I agree.
We don't need to go through that.
Okay. From Anonymous. If only there was someone who could give tips to improve my bowling game.
If only.
Sarah Stoley.
Well, I don't know where to start. Like, it's anonymous.
Yeah, I don't know.
You just gotta throw the ball down the lane and hope for the best.
Sarah Grace Stoley?
Yeah.
Will you take me bowling for the first time in my life?
Yeah, I sure will.
This is a historical moment.
I've never been bowling.
Sarah,
My island
explain
does
why
not
people are
have a
asking
bowling alley.
If y'all don't know, in high school, I was the 2017 Women's Washington State Bowling Champion.
Yeah!
That was for the bigger high schools in the state so far. So yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I went to state all 4 years, so I'm pretty all right.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have any advice for people who are just starting bowling? Like, do you have any
For me.
good beginner tips?
All right, Michaela, you're gonna be the.
Yes, I am the anonymous
guinea pig.
person right now.
Find a good ball that
How?
like a good weight, like
Okay.
something that's not too light
Okay.
or too heavy. Because if it's too light, then it's just you're gonna throw it way too hard, and it's just gonna go not where you're wanting it to go.
Like
and
my
if it's-
life?
Yeah. And then when it's too heavy, you'll drop it and not have enough force behind it.
Like my life.
Really quick, we just got a comment on our Facebook Live, and it says they should ask Jose, the new 4A women's state champ, which is a lie. That's a scam. Sarah, explain.
Eric Cataback, I hate you. Jose, a good friend, beat me when we went bowling last year. So he took my title, and he uses against me practically every day. So that's great.
There you go. You heard it here first, folks. Jose is not the 4A women's state champ. Sarah Stoley is. Okay. Mitch asks, which color Flex Seal polo should I buy for my Phil Swift costume? Blue or red? Also, which type of boat should I cut in half? Okay, so I have very strong opinions about this. Definitely a red polo and a Catalina 40 for cutting in half. It's a sailboat. A racing sailboat. So there you go. Cut that bad boy in half, and it'll really show you what flex tape can do.
I'm going to say bright
seal.
pink and a rowboat.
All right.
Okay, I'm going to stop trying to say words. 14-foot Lund.
There you go.
Blue shirt and one of those inflatable boats that you get from like Walmart, because that will prove the ultimate test.
Solid. Okay. Let's see. So, Anonymous asks, the place I live right now is a toxic environment and it's not good for me to be around my roommates. Should I move out and take the consequences of breaking my lease or continue living in this place?
I'd say you can always sublease it. Like, there's plenty of people that are going to be coming here next semester, so if you can hold out for like 2 months, do your best, and then find somebody that's transferring to sublease and live somewhere else if you can,
Yeah. If you can get out of there, I know what it's like to live in a place where you feel uncomfortable and you feel like you can't relax and be at home and focus on things at home. Get out of there if you can. As soon as possible, because when you get out of there, you're going to find that a lot of aspects of your life improve, aspects that you didn't think, would be affected by your home being a toxic environment. But getting out of a toxic environment is always, if you can do it, do it. If not, then try to either be away from your roommates as soon as or as much as possible, or just avoid them. Any way that you can try and make your home more of a home, do it. But my main advice is get out of there, sublease it, and because there's usually people who need places to go and they don't really care, and I try and get out of there.
You can always lock your door.
Yes, you can always lock your door. Yep. Any other thoughts on this?
No, I just completely lost my train of thought.
Okay.
Wow, I
All right.
sat up and just
Sarah?
sim reset.
No, I would say sublease it and try to get out.
Yeah. All right, cool. From Mitch, what's your favorite show on Netflix at the moment?
Okay, I'm on a Maniac binge right now.
So what is that? Can you describe that show to me? Because
Okay.
I have never...
It's not what I thought it was. But basically, these people have mental health issues or have had trauma in the past. So they go in for this study, and they're all trying to find money because they just need money. So it's like a pharmaceutical study. And so they take a series of pills. So there's the A pill, and it's like they have to relive the trauma. And then there's the B pill, and they go into some sort of fantasy, except in the show, the computer, there's a mess up in the computer. It gets kind of sci-fi, and so it gets kind of weird. But basically, it's like you have like an experience of what you want your life to be like. And then in the third pill, the C pill, which I'm on the episodes right now where they're going through the C pill, it's like them confronting their trauma. And so it's really interesting because they go into like fantasy worlds and stuff, and it has Emma Stone in it, and she's amazing. So, I mean, it's good. Yeah, it's really good. I would watch it like 300 times over again. I have so much homework I should be doing instead of watching it, but I'm on a binge, man.
You're valid. Michaela? Get close to the mic, too.
I'm not really watching anything on Netflix right now, but if you have access to Hulu, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
That show is great. That is a great
Iconic.
show.
Just, it makes what little bit of a heart I have left very happy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a great show.
Andy Samberg is
So funny.
40 years old!
He's so funny.
Who let him out of the house like that at 40? Like, It's not okay.
He looks
Is he
very
really
young.
He's not a. Yeah.
He looks really young.
I was like, oh yeah, he's 25. It's
Yeah,
okay
he
for
looks
me to
like he's
have
in
an
his
act
20s.
like a crush on that actor. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
He 40. He old.
But
Well, not
he's-
that old. I mean, 40's not that old.
He's over twice my age.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not really watching any Netflix shows, but all the new TV shows are airing now, and so I record those and watch those every so often.
Valid. Andrew just said Gossip Girl.
Yes.
If you want to watch Gossip Girl, again, I watched all of Gossip
XOXO.
Girl, and it's kind of trash TV, but it is very entertaining to watch.
The
And
first 3 seasons are good.
yes, and also just a heads up, they don't understand consent in that show, so if that's something that you need to look out for, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I personally, I just rewatched New Girl. I love that show. I cried twice today because of that show. I was sick in bed today because, I'm a mess, but it was fine. Feeling a lot better now. Woohoo, go Cougs. But I was just laying in bed watching New Girl and crying, and it was just quite the morning. It is very sweet. It's a very sweet show, especially, how it shows towards the end. You've watched all the way through, and you've seen the characters grow and develop, and form relationships with each other, and it's just a really cool thing to watch. And then when they start wrapping it up, and it's just so beautifully bittersweet, I just love that. And yeah, so I was crying a lot today. Highly recommend New Girl. Great show. Probably gonna watch The Office again in a second here.
The Office.
Another great show. People are on Twitter dragging people who are obsessed with The Office, which is very frustrating because I feel like we're all a little bit obsessed with The Office.
The
but
Office is all of us.
it's a great show. Arrested Development is really funny. I have to be in a very specific mood to watch Arrested Development, though, or else I just am like, I don't like this. But when I'm in the mood to watch Arrested Development, I love that show. Yeah. Okay, serious question from Anonymous. I am LGBT. Every time I like someone, I get really awkward around them and freeze when I try to talk to them. They probably low-key think I hate them. How do I change this? Help.
Get a Twitter. Like high key, this was me. And then I became okay. I'm gonna tell you of the story of how I became friends with Hannah Martin. I followed Hannah Martin through Anna Somerville because
that's me.
I don't know. You probably retweeted something she said.
Yeah, probably.
And then I saw that she was bi and she posted about it for something, and that is how I identify. So I messaged Anna and was like, yo, how would your friend feel if I said, go Cougs, go Buys, let's go? And you're just like, oh yeah, just do it. So I just shoot your friendship shot. Shoot your shot.
So are you saying become friends with people in your community?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Everybody loves everybody in the LGBTQ. That's how it works. That's how it be.
Yeah. So Michaela's recommendation is to find people in your community, and maybe there might be clubs on your campus or
Crimson and gay.
Crimson and Gay, patent pending on that title.
Mine.
Finding clubs on your campus, clubs in your town, clubs at your high school, and finding people who either identify as the same thing as you or in somewhere in the community.
Just
and
come be friends with me. I got you. I'll be your wingman.
come be friends with Michaela.
Seriously, I love being people's wingman.
Yeah. So there you go.
Get over here.
Yeah, find people who are in your community, and they can definitely help you with these issues that you're having way better than I can.
You are not alone.
I am not qualified to answer those questions,
Yes, you
but
are. It's
I
okay.
am here for you, and I think you should pursue answers within your community, because I think you're going to find a lot better advice there. Yeah, cool. Okay, last question. And we're going to just blast the country theme for the rest of the 9 minutes.
Nice.
Not really. Last question is, hey, there is someone that is interested in me. However, I'm not interested in them. To make things worse, I'm interested in another person, and I don't want to make things more complicated. How should I handle this situation?
Is this at Fad?
Nope, there is no name attached to this. So let's not guess because that might be bad. So,
I mean,
okay. No, you're
Guessing
good.
who asked.
No, you're good.
I would say, like, I would ask, like, how do you know the person is interested? If they've blatantly said that they have a crush on you and you're like, then tell them that you're kind of like, I would rather be friends, and let it sink in for a little bit. Maybe try to work on the thing that you're interested in, because, you know, you can't make things happen instantly unless you're Michaela Murphy. And
Zing.
Because she's just so beautiful.
She's a beautiful gal.
It's true.
What is happening?
I don't know.
So I would just kind of.
dig at me?
No, that was a compliment.
Wait, why?
I'll explain later.
Stop. Anyway, we'll talk. We have so much to talk about later. Just
And so basically just like tell the person like, hey, I'd rather be friends. Give it a week or two. They'll be fine in a week or two. Maybe start to work on the thing with the other person. If that works out, have fun with that. Like, you know, honestly, if it's just in the crush stage, like, yeah, it hurts a little bit, but it's not like you're dating them. You're not cheating. So if they really want to be your friend, they'll be your friend through it all.
yeah, I would say I have a big fear of dating, and I don't know why. And I was talking to my cousin Barb, good old Barb, about it. She's in her 60s. I love her. It's not like someone who's my age. No, it's like, you know, she's older than me. She's my second cousin.
Oh.
Yeah, we are related through my great aunt and uncle are her parents.
Okay.
So if that makes sense. And we were talking about it. She was like, why? Not like we were talking about why
Where's your boyfriend?
don't. No, it wasn't like that at all. It wasn't like that at all. It was just we were talking about like why I'm afraid to date, and I was like, I'm afraid I'm gonna hurt, you know, other people, and you can't go into something or not go into something with that thought, because you're going to hurt people no matter what. And they're adults. That's the frank thing, is that if you go into something worrying about another person's feelings so much that you just tap out and you're like, I can't do this anymore, you need to understand you're probably dealing with an adult and they can handle it themselves. So if you're honest with this person and you say, hey, I would much rather be friends with you. Yeah. You don't need to be worried about them being so hurt. You just need to worry about being honest with them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, we're resilient creatures.
Yeah.
We can get through it.
Yeah, and like Lizzie said, it'll probably hurt for a little bit, but after a couple weeks, they'll be okay with it. And that's all you could ask for, really. And then as far as the person you're interested in, life's too short. Send it.
Shoot your shot.
Shoot your shot. And I know that's easy to say and harder to do, but I mean, do it. Life is short.
Ask
just do
them
it.
to go through a car wash.
What? Yes.
Yes.
Like just walking through.
No. In a car.
What kind of date is that?
A date I want to go on. If anybody wants to ask me to a car wash just to walk through, I'm down. Also, what kind of date? Yeah, what kind of date is that? Just driving through a car wash?
I like car washes.
I mean, you're valid, I guess.
Okay, wait. Okay, what I was gonna say is what I have to tell.
Get closer to the mic a little bit.
What I've had to tell myself in the past, because I apparently like to, I don't know, get people like me that I don't enjoy it very much. You're not changing anything by not dating them. You have been not dating them your entire life. So if you say no, you're not taking away a good thing. You're just not adding a good thing.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be a good thing for you. So you are not doing wrong.
It's like my
This is
old
how I get through my
theater
life.
teacher used to tell me, Mr. Scott Yingling, love you,
What?
Scotty. He would say, like if you're auditioning for something, you're not going to lose anything if you don't get it, but you'll gain something if you get it. You're not taking
Exactly.
anything away from them by not dating them. There you go. That's it.
Speaking of car washes, I'm going to change the subject a little
Nice.
bit.
You're valid.
The car wash on Bishop.
Sunset.
Yes. Why is that one so busy? I drive past it often with
It's just me over
Taylor.
and over again.
There's like 6 cars in line every time I pass it.
I am in every single car.
Michaela just owns so many cars. I don't know. Probably because the weather has been pretty, I mean, with the exception of today, has been pretty nice lately, so people are out driving and like
cars
gotta-
get dirty.
They gotta get their
Yeehaw.
ladies with their cars, and their cars gotta be clean. So there you go.
I can tell you that I have only been through a car wash once because I strongly believe that you can wash your own damn car.
Yeah,
Yeah.
valid.
I just like watching the soap on the windows.
You're valid. I love the car wash. I love the smell. There's the on the west side they have a chain of car washes called Brown Bear Car Wash. And this soap that they use has been the same my entire life, and it smells so good. So when you go in there, you close all your windows, and you seal up your car, whatever. And then you crank on your heat or AC, depending on what season it is, and you do it on the intake so that your car just fills with the smell of the soap, and it smells so good. It's such a good smell. Love car washes. I'd walk through one.
Don't walk through
If
a
anyone
car
wants to take
wash.
me walking through a car wash,
Do you wanna
send
do
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go.
No, I will.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. All right.
face
Sounds
right
good.
there.
Okay. Sounds good.
I'm ready.
Okay. All right.
Let's go.
Any closing thoughts on anything? I have a few things to say, but
Go Cougs.
go Cougs. Thank you for being my guests.
Yeah.
Sorry, Hannah Martin, for your mild concussion. Love you lots. Get better. Rest up. I know you don't like to not do things, but
You're my favorite Twitter friend.
yeah, you definitely need to not do things so you can remain Michaela's favorite Twitter friend.
Hey, she'll be my favorite Twitter friend even if she's concussed.
Well, there you go. Then just keep working.
Please don't stay concussed.
Please
though.
never sleep and keep hitting your head on your own protective safety helmet. Just a couple quick things. Again, it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Be aware of that. Be aware that people might be a little bit more sensitive this month because of that. Be aware of, your own body. Nothing more needs to be said there, I feel like. Remember that there are food banks on campus. I forgot to tweet the link to those using our account last time, but I definitely still can. What else? I love the Cougs. Michaela has something?
Please do not joke about the Brett Kavanaugh case.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't be a dick.
That's a heavy thing for a lot of people, and no matter where you stand on it, it's still a heavy thing for a lot of people, so don't talk about it lightly. Yeah, just be good people, be good civilians, and thank you for listening to us spill the tea. I am Anna Somerville.
I'm Sarah Stoley.
I'm Lizzie Burnham.
And I'm Michaela Murphy.
And that was Spill the Tea with Anna and Hannah, except Hannah is mildly concussed, so those were the other kids here. Thank you so much for joining me, ladies. I hope you have a wonderful night, and go Cougs.